Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Rob Sally. I'm one of the assistant principals here at Terralinda High School. And I would like to welcome everybody to the Terralinda High School ribbon cutting ceremony for our new campus commons. At this time, I would like to introduce the Terralinda High School principal, Katie Dunlap.
Good afternoon. First of all, thank you so much for everyone coming today. It's so nice to see so many familiar faces. Good afternoon. Thank you for joining us as we celebrate the official opening of our new student commons. Special thanks to our current and former San Rafael City School Board members in attendance today. President Linda Jackson, Trustee Gina Daly, Trustee Lucia Martel Dow, former trustee and current City Council member Rachel Kurtz. And to our district office staff, Superintendent Jim Hogan, former Superintendent Dr. Michael Wattenpaugh, Assistant Superintendent of Business Services, Bob Marcucci, Director of Capital Facilities, Dan Zeich, Director of Secondary Ed, Tyler Graff, and Director of Business Services, John Bartholomew. Also joining us today are Miller Creek trustee Brad Hansberger and former Miller Creek trustee Mark Shaw, both of whom have participated on our site design team. Students and staff are excited this year to return to our campus and enjoy our new Student Commons building, which houses the drama and music production rooms, college and career center, counseling offices, ASB classroom and student store, cafeteria, library, and staff lounge. When designing this space, we initially began with the idea that we would build the Student Commons where our previous cafeteria was located at the front of campus. After many discussions, we recognized that we could create an ideal flow to campus if we instead housed the cafeteria, library, and additional spaces here at the center of our campus, thus connecting students to a focal area and drawing them together. The spaces were intentionally designed for student and staff collaboration, with several work areas for students to relax and study both independently and in groups. You'll notice that there's a tremendous amount of flexible space throughout the building. In addition, a new computer lab is housed in the Student Commons upstairs and is accessible throughout the day to all our students. I encourage you to tour the facilities after hearing from our other student speakers if you have time to do so and learn more about the space. Lastly, Terralinda is special thanks to the hard work of our teachers and support staff and the strong involvement of our students and parent community. All of these stakeholders met tirelessly over the past 5 to 6 years to collaborate on the design of this building. The architects and design team, led by Dr. Dan Zeich, sought out your input and ideas and tapped into your expertise in an effort to engage you in our school improvement efforts. This is a community partnership, and I thank you all for your contributions. Looking ahead, it was less than 2 years ago that we opened our Innovation Hub, which enabled us to expand computer science and CTE course offerings here at Terralinda. And on the horizon, we have the gymnasium complex, which is currently under construction towards the front of campus. It's exciting to see our Measure B bond dollars at work, and I'm grateful to be serving as your principal, as together we create a memorable experience for our students in San Rafael City School District. Now I would like to invite Superintendent Jim Hogan to the podium.
Thank you, Katie. So since we're outside, I'm going to take this down, but I love being able to come in and take partial credit like at the last minute, even though I had nothing to do with this in the first place. And thanks to Mike and everybody else who did, and Rachel, so glad to have you come back. The first thing I think is just a big thank you to everybody. So many people made this happen, but it really started with passing Measure B a while back with the $163 million for the high school district, and the campus facilities just mean so much. I mean, it's such a difference when you walk on a campus now and you see these buildings and the innovation hub that it was before. So thanks to our community. Also thanks for passing our latest parcel taxes. So measures G and H, and thanks to everybody who worked super hard on that, including Gina, who's over there, who's one of our board members on the committee. But without the community funding, we wouldn't be sitting here right now. So the communities, and a lot of that has to do with their faith in us to really pull this off as well, right? So the board and the staff and everybody. And one, I said this the other day, it's Center Fell, but a big, huge thanks to Dan Zeich, because his ability to having ideas in place, and then what those really how they come to fruition is really, really difficult, because everybody has a different idea about what that's going to look like, right? So meeting with teachers and how the innovation hub's going to work, and all the staff, and really trying to balance that with the budget too, because no one really cares what the budget is. They just want to have the nicest facilities possible. So Dan, you do a great job of working with everybody in your staff, because everybody is super thrilled, I think, both at Santa Fe High and at Terra Linda with everything that we've been able to accomplish. A couple more things. I mean, our district values are community, equity, and joy. And I think these buildings really represent that. But community, bringing everybody together. Obviously, we're on this campus at the district office over there, and just seeing how this space we're in right now has transformed how people interact with each other, including staff, because I see Eric over there. Just having lunch out here together. We have our principals and cabinet meetings together here. We start outside, we go inside, but just the way that people come together in community has just been exceptional. It's just a place you want to hang out in and what you want to be in. Equity, making sure that we support all of our students, and one of the things I know at both schools of having a great place for all of our students to hang out and eat lunch. Some of our students go off site, some of our students, get their free reduced lunch is here, and just making that kind of a seamless place where it's a great place for everybody to be is important. And I think that does lead to joy. Your surroundings do have a big impact on how you view your education. So having a facility like this with these trees that already look like they're half grown is really exciting. And the last thing I just want to say is that it's really student centered. I mean, the innovation hub, where we are right now with the students being able to access the library, with the career center, with the food and everything else, it just seems really student centered and student focused. So you guys can let me know if that's true or not, but just thrilled to be part of this, again, to kind of swoop in at the 11th hour and just see all this great work that's getting completed has really been fantastic. So thanks everybody for being here, and I will turn it back to, turn it over to Gina Daly. There you go.
Thank you so much, Superintendent. And speaking of swooping in at the 11th hour, I only got elected in November, so I truly am swooping to take the credit for this. No, in all seriousness, one of the wonderful things about being a school board member is that you get to do events like this that really acknowledge the work of the community. And it is only through community support for our schools, through the passage of bond measures, and most recently the parcel taxes, that this is possible. So I want to take a minute, let's do another round of applause for everyone who voted so that we could have this money for that facility. So I had the opportunity very recently to tour this building with Principal Dunlap, and it was wonderful to see our students back in school, and they were actually taking their AP exams. So I hope they all did well, but if no one has heard of them, then they're just empty vessels. So now that we have our students back in person, they actually can enjoy these wonderful facilities that we have. And so thank you to our teachers and our staff that have made that possible. Okay, but this did not just happen on its own. There was a lot of planning and thought and construction that went into it. And so I want to acknowledge, first of all, the Terra Linda High School Site Design Committee. If anyone was part of that committee, please raise your hand now. Okay, a round of applause for that. Thank you. Our architect, HED. Our general contractor, BHM Construction. Construction management by Greystone West. Program management by Van Pelt Construction Services. Of course, our wonderful capital facilities team led by Dan Zeich. And maintenance and operations by Dave Pedroli. Thanks so much for everything that you guys did to make this possible. And now I'm going to turn it back over to Principal Dunlap.
Thank you, Gina. And next we have someone who is very involved in all of this from the beginning, having had 2 students that were here and then serving on the board for a number of years, and now serving as city council member, Rachel Kurtz.
Thank you. It's so great to see everybody. I was saying when I came in, like, it feels like a family reunion, which it does. And for being here for so many years, it really is our family. When we started with the bond work to see, if the community would support it, we didn't know. And it really did come through that the community supports the schools and wanted to see this work. And the community now is so supportive and excited. I get calls where people will say, "Did you hear what's happening at Terra Linda?" I'm like, "I've heard." And so it's really nice, and people are starting to see this. But unfortunately, the whole general community hasn't been able to have access to all this right now. But hopefully soon we'll be able to open the doors, which is great. The one thing about this process when we started was that no one really knew how it was going to come together. And there were many, many meetings led by Dr. Wattenpot and others in the management in the district to start with basically a blank sheet of paper and put down what do we want to see. And it was hard for me because I don't have a design eye, but how to take all those different elements and ideas and produce something like this. And it's thanks to the whole team with Dan and Van Pelt and everybody else. I got a really cool dog collar from Van Pelt. To really take all these ideas and to make it to deliver something. And I would ask questions like, how is that going to work? And Dan would be like, it's going to work. So it's nice to see that. I'm so excited over the next years that the students are going to be able to be here and to share this and then see the new gym coming forward. It's very exciting. So thank you to everyone. Thank you to the whole community. It's been a great experience to see this day to day and how it actually comes together. So I really appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Rachel. I would now like to invite up our drama teacher, who is actually in this building, Alex Pryor. Thank you.
Good afternoon. I'm Alex Pryor, and I am extremely fortunate to get to teach drama and filmmaking in the new Student Commons building. I've gotten to teach in this space since March, and I get to see the faces of the kids as they walk into this building. I think the look is best described as some sort of mixture of joy and wonder and, is this really my school? As they walk through the doors and look around, it's so much fun to see how excited they are to be here. Having spent the last 3 years watching from the ticket booth of the performance hall as this has gone up, I am truly grateful for the opportunity to thank the many people who've contributed to this incredible space that we're dedicating. I'd like to thank the school board members who are involved in the design and approval process, Mike Kulati, Linda Jackson, Rachel Kurtz, Greg Nell, and Natu Tuatagaloa. The 2 superintendents who led us through the construction, from the passage of the bond several years back to opening the doors to the community today, former Superintendent Dr. Mike Wattenpot and current Superintendent Jim Hogan. Dr. Dan Zipes, Senior Director of the project, who's been instrumental in coordinating between the builders and the people who will be using the building, like me. Thank you. And the people on this campus every day, troubleshooting all the small details of moving into a new space, Principal Katie Dunlap, Assistant Principal Rob Selly, and Administrative Assistant Carmen Puga. Finally, I'd like to thank the community for approving the bond measure that made this all possible. Your votes count. The Student Commons building is already inspiring our students and will for years to come. Being the drama teacher, you know I am legally obligated to end with a Shakespeare quote. and no other answer make but thanks and thanks and ever thanks. Thank you.
Now we're gonna hear some comments from some students. Actually, and these students have been working in this building in our new ASB room located upstairs. So Angie Cox-Para and Annabella Long.
Hello, I am Angie Cox-Para, Terralinda's ASB co-president.
And hi, I'm Annabella Long, the second of the two co-presidents. This year has been a roller coaster of a senior year. And from Zoom school to social distance activities, it was definitely a school year that none of us could have really imagined. But it really was a blessing, especially as a senior, to be able to come back to campus and not only the old campus that we knew, but the new campus that we've really come to love, and be able to use our new ASB room before the end of the school year.
We've enjoyed the open concept and high table seating in our room. Plus, having an outdoor space to work has been beneficial during the poster making process and other ASB events. Although we are leaving TL, we are happy that next year's generation of ASB students are able to use this beautiful new building.
Thank you to everyone who made this building possible and all of the teachers who are inhabiting it and making it a lovely place for students to work. And we are so grateful that you are all here today for us to open the new Student Commons.
All right, don't go very far because it is that time. May I please invite the rest of the ASB students up, please? So, probably the best way to do this is if we had a couple ASB students on this side, a couple on that side, kind of pull it a little bit taut so that when we cut it, it will cut through. I will get out of the way. Yay! That was about the most perfect cut. Excellent. So at this time, we would really enjoy everybody to just kind of come by and walk through the building. Upstairs, downstairs, try the elevator, it's great. There's a vending machine in the staff lounge if you want to. We actually also, most people don't know about it, there is a back patio on the side of the building at the end of the library, so you're more than welcome to check that out too. So any questions? We have lots of people over here that know all the ins and outs of this building.
And the kids can get tours anyone.
Perfect. All right. Thank you everybody for coming out.